Hey there, it's Noelle from the Directors Club, and today I'm sharing a process that we use at my childcare center to welcome a new teacher. It is so important that we welcome new teachers and make them feel at ease and know where to find things. That's the biggest anxiety of starting a new job. Think about it. When was the last time you started a new job? And some of our workforce is coming in really young and they probably are nervous coming in, and think about all the women that are in our centers, and it's hard coming into a new group. And many years ago, I was at a childcare center consulting, and it was my first morning there, and I was sitting in the office, and it was crazy, and I could see 50 million things I could do to help this woman. And I was excited to get started. And then this girl walked in, and I don't know anybody. And she is, come to find out, was brand new. It was her first day. And the office was crazy. And the woman was so nervous that I was there for some reason. I'm like, you do not need to be nervous. You're not in trouble. You asked me for my help. And that's what I want to do. And so she just was, it was like a hot mess. And people told me that she was like that. And when I worked with the staff and we did a staff survey, and that's what we found out. And so she told this new girl to just go into this infant room. She didn't bring her in there. She didn't introduce her to anybody. The girl just went in there. They didn't know what to do with her. And they just assumed she'd been a teacher and she'd never even been in the field before. So think about that. No welcome. She has no clue what when she's going to lunch. How does she go to the bathroom? Like she doesn't know anything. And think about, and this is the first thing I did with her in our meeting. I was like, you need a lot of things, but the first one is a plan for new teachers. We have something called a new teacher mentor, day one mentor. And this person is responsible to be the mentor of the new employee right away. This is something that we teach at staff meetings. We talk about this. We train the person that's going to do it. She has a checklist of things that she's going to do and with the person. And then this person feels welcome and they have a friend now. And it's somebody that, like, at the next staff meeting, this person would reach out to the new person and say, "Oh, come sit with me," so that, like, you come into a group of 30 women and you're like have to go figure out who you're going to sit with. You don't want to take someone's seat. Day one mentor is like such an awesome thing to add to your child care center. So the new person comes in, and the existing teacher, the lead, we'll call her the lead is at the door, and she welcomes her. And she says, all right, the first thing you do is you punch in, and there's the girl, there's the time clock, and the code's ready, or the card's ready, however you check in to your childcare center. And then she tells her, we're going to spend the next couple of days together. I work in the toddler room. I'm the lead teacher in the toddler room. And you're going to spend the day with me, and I'm going to get you settled, and we're going to get you going on the team. And as you're walking through the center, you're introducing her or just showing her things. And so get into the classroom, show her how to get settled, give her some basic rules about, you immediately want to show them the known allergy in the classroom, what, so that they know any emergencies that could come up. I'd also review fire exits, egresses, and then dig into the day. And we have this checklist, and so we let them be an extra for a couple of days, and the lead just works through the checklist. Like, she teaches them all the policies, like during orientation that we might sit and talk about, she shows them in action, and they're both checking it along the way. And I would come up with an introduction plan. So to make sure that they could leave the room over the 3-day period and go introduce her to everybody in the center, show her where you keep all the extra stuff, anything that you'd want her to see. So you're creating a list of, I want you to take her on an employee tour and go down the list of all the things that you want her to see. And this creates a few things. It creates a process that makes your employee feel welcome. They feel like you were expecting them and you had a plan for them. Think how welcome you would be versus the center that I had gone to, and the girl literally was thrown in the room and not introduced to anybody. That's not a welcome. And so feel how good this employee is going to feel. And then think about, she's going to want to stay with you. She's not going to want to leave when she starts working with someone that really is thoughtful on how you start. That really starts the relationship strong. It also reduces anxiety. A lot of people suffer from anxiety. And if when someone has anxiety, they're anticipating what's going to happen. But if you show them the plan and say, you know what, like today, the next 3 days, you're going to do this. And then on day 4, you're going to do this. And this is your plan on day 5. And now she knows what's happening. She knows who she can ask. People are checking in with her. She's meeting everybody. And so that's going to help reduce anxiety. It also showcases leadership of the lead teacher you chose to do this. You're not just going to ask anybody in the center to be the day one mentor, because you're really going to want to find somebody that knows the policies, that knows your vision, that knows your culture, that really represents you well and will support this new teacher. And that makes them feel good. It gives your existing staff, it gives them a career path. You could consider changing their title, like to maybe a supervising team leader, and give them somewhat of a step up in front of all the staff. I think that's a great thing to showcase with your teachers because, there's not many levels that we can continue to add. And we just have maybe 5 or 6 classrooms, but it's a good thing. You could change the title and really show that this girl has leadership. It gives you a consistent orientation. So you are bringing on your teachers and you are consistently doing it and you're teaching them the fundamentals that you want them to learn. And I think that is really important because they all come from a ton of different centers that do things differently. And when you onboard them with a strategic plan like this, it's easy for them to come on board and learn everything and see the way that you do it. You can take some stuff off your plate, right? You don't have to be the one that does the orientation. You could do it live, and she could be doing it live in the classroom and showcasing exactly how to do it. So you might invest some time right now, right, into creating this onboarding system, but it really is just going to benefit you in the long run and create a more consistent onboarding and really increase staff retention. And what's a great bonus that it actually develops the leaders in your childcare center. So there's so many benefits into adding a process like this, like a day one mentor to your childcare center. I hope you learned something. I hope that this benefits you and you increase your employee retention rates. And I appreciate you listening and know that I am cheering you on. Have an awesome day.